premier tight end receivers in the NFL, has caught one. This one, however, intercepted at the 35-yard line. The ex-Brown, Chip Banks, down to the 14-yard line. 21 yards on the return, and Sam Rutigliano, you used to coach that man in Cleveland, and here he's made an early statement. While we take a quick look, we won't have time to take the look. It's from the 15-yard line. The Chargers go on the ground immediately. It's Lionel James turns the corner. First play for San Diego, and they're on the scoreboard. To a 7-0 lead, capitalizing on the interception. Three wide receivers now. The lone setback is Mack. Kosar puts the ball in the air, completes it out here to Byner across the 40 to the 43-yard line. That should be good for the first down. Now if they try to pressure inside, here comes the five-man rush. Kosar gets rid of it, completes the pass for the first down, or very close to it. Gil Bird is there to make the tackle, and it's Langhorne who comes up with the reception. Mack, the lone setback. Kosar dumps it out here and completes the pass. Byner looks like he may have another first down at about the 35-yard line. Late games that are just underway, as is this one here in San Diego in just a moment. Here's a big hole this time for Mack to the 24-yard line. Right up the middle that time for a quick 11 yards. Mack plowing his way through there, had pretty good blocking up front from that offensive line that's getting more and more well-deserved credit. Chargers' early score. Byner gets to the 20-yard line with about a 4-yard gain. They had Mack swinging out and trying some misdirection toward the left, but straight ahead. Third down situation. Big one for Kosar and the Browns. And once again, four wide receivers, nobody back to protect. Five-man rush down the middle. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's Slaughter. He took it at the 7 and cruised into the end zone.
Take a look at it right now. Kosar's going to wheel to his left and watch 84 Slaughter. He gets inside position. Walters 23's on the ground, and you got a touchdown. If you're going to...
And the Browns have come back. We're even now at 7 in San Diego. Chargers scored first. Browns came right back. We're even in the first quarter in San Diego. I'm Gary Gerould along with Sam Rutigliano. And the ball dumped out of the backfield to Curtis Adams, who gets out to about the 22, 23-yard line is all. I'm sorry, it's Tim Spencer rather than Curtis Adams. Fouts. And of course, the Browns trying to get a lot of pressure. On the ground, out across the 30-yard line, this is Curtis Adams this time. Little emotion there from Adams, who is only his second year out of Central Michigan. And last weekend, or Monday night, against the Rams, but he is in action. On the ground once again, Curtis Adams. Tripped up this time by Mike Johnson. Get an opportunity. We'll try to get you a picture of Johnson's left hand. He's got a knee injury with Ricky Bolden, incidentally, the Cleveland lineman who was hurt earlier. It is his ankle, and he's being taken for x-rays as we look at Curtis Adams. Adams coming into this ballgame had only carried the ball 7 times, and we've seen 3 impressive carries in this series. That's one for 15 yards. West. Fouts under pressure. Gets the pass off and completes it. Holohan. No, that's not. Let me double check. I believe it is Holohan, the tight end at the 30-yard line. Yes, 18 yards on the pickup. To go first quarter, score tied at 7. We've got the Chargers in Cleveland territory at the 26. Spencer trying to crack it to the 10-yard line. Well, we talked about the San Diego running game and the fact that it hadn't been effective, but right now it's doing the job, Sam.
That's really...
16, the ball now at the 10-yard line. Holohan in motion to the left as Fouts takes a look. Has time, completes the pass, and diving into the end zone for the touchdown is the rookie, Rod Bernstein. Right back. It's a freewheeling first quarter here as San Diego enjoys the 7-point lead now at 14-7. Take a look at the reaction of Fouts on that touchdown pass.
You can get excited if you're 36 years old. Take a look at him right now. Oh, he's in there. He's an official right now. We're up by 7.
San Diego lead over Cleveland. Browns have the football in their own territory. Almost intercepted, but dropped. Getting a hand on the football was Martin Bayless, the trade acquisition from the Buffalo Bills, and he almost picked off Kosar. And listen to this San Diego crowd get into the spirit now as they salute the defense. Moves the ball up to about the 43-yard line. Fouts with protection, looking to the far sideline. Chandler, the intended receiver, and the defensive coverage over there. You see a lot of emotion being expressed there by Minifield as he really popped along with Ray Ellis. He'll try to get the ball in his hands more often in this contest today if possible. Kosar takes a look. Now being flushed out of the pocket, in trouble, and down he goes at the 27-yard line. Big Lee Williams, his 3rd sack of the year. Last year he had 15 of them. Bayless showing blitz right up on top, but it's a 4-man rush. Kosar completes the pass to Brennan, but it looks like he may be short by about a half yard of the near marker. 17-yard pickup. They needed 18, and he may be within a foot. Kosar to Slaughter for 20 yards, the lone Cleveland score. And here come the Chargers on the ground against the Browns, and carrying the football is Curtis Adams. On 2nd down now, and about 6. Standing up and finding Winslow across the 30 to the 35-yard line. Easily picks up 1st down yardage. Frank Minifield tripping him up. 11 yards on the pickup for Big Kellen Winslow. There's a man who's had 100-yard games, well, 26 times in his career. Defensive backs for Cleveland.
They're coming.
He's going for everything. Anderson adjusting for the ball, can't pull it in at the 27-yard line. And once again, Frank Minifield was right there with him, stride for stride.
Hands. Difficult catch, but Anderson makes them.
Terrific punt by Moshenko on the run back. McNeil, look out, the ice cube is loose. He's going to go the distance, but there's a penalty marker down. 57 yards on the punt, 93 yards on the return, but will it stand?
37, illegal block in the back, above the waist.
Chris Hawkins, number 37, illegal block above the waist, negates the play. It's 14-7, and they got 1st and 10 inside the 20-yard line.
So from the 20, 2nd down, after a pickup of 3. Kosar with a lot of time this time, and he's going deep. He's got a man, and oh, what a hit! Slaughter hung on. He took a pop, lost the football, but it'll stand as a 35-yard gain.
On the catch, Glenn, boom, makes the hit right there.
Well, I tell you, I thought he was going to be really hurt, and he bounced right back up. Slaughter took a real pop, and that's a big gainer for Kosar and company. He comes right back once again at the 42-yard line. It's Webster Slaughter. Crowd reaction. They didn't like the fact that that one catch by Slaughter was called a reception. Kosar with time goes deep once again. Brennan, touchdown Cleveland. 41 yards. He caught a 53-yarder Monday night against the Rams. He's got one for 41 yards, and right now the Browns are within a conversion of tying this one up.
Had a lot of big plays, an interception, and there's Brian Brennan, who had, watch Brennan right now. He's being covered by 22 Gil Bird. He beats him to the outside. Bird grabs him. Now Bird is trying to recover, but he's trying to get some help from 44 Bayless, and Bayless should have never come up inside. He should have stayed deep, because Bird was short, he would have been deep, and he'd been able to knock that down.
And how big that series becomes after they had the 93-yard return called back. When they might have set back and been deflated a little bit, they marked the running backs behind Fouts. Fouts, however, wants to go to the air, and right over the middle is Kellen Winslow. That should be number 500, right, Coach?
That's right. 3rd pass catch for Kellen Winslow. He's now caught 500 passes. He and Ozzie Newsome are the only 2 tight ends in the history of the game that have caught over 500. As hard as it is, they're going to go out there and play.
James in motion from the right side. Fouts dumps it out here. Winslow's got another one, and this time he's got room. Head down, loses the football, and it's going to be a Cleveland possession, or is it? Maybe he was ruled dead. Nope. Chargers are going to have it at the 46. 19-yard pickup. That's having his left wrist x-rayed. He suffered an injury, so injuries have been a problem for the Browns already in this one. But there's a nice defensive play by Reggie Camp, who got into the backfield and tripped up Curtis Adams very quickly. Went out the window. 3rd and 13 now for San Diego. Fouts under pressure, fires, has a man, but it's in and out of the arms of the receiver at the 36-yard line. It was Lionel James. Mark Harper was down there as a defender. On the ground, Mack across the 10, out to the 15-yard line. The Browns, they were barking in the hotel lobby when they finally arrived late last evening. Here's Kosar, flipping it out on the right side, completes it to Brennan. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. So Bernie has got him on the move with a 28-yard pickup. They started back at the 2-yard line. Wide to the left. Only one man back, Mack, to provide protection. Pass complete. Slaughter right at midfield. Pulled down immediately by Billy Ray Smith. On to Brennan. Operating from midfield. At 4 wide receivers once again. And here comes the pressure. Dumps it off. Slaughter got a lot of room. Penalty markers are down. He cruises to the end zone, but will it be called back? Spectacular play called back.
Larry Williams, number 70, used his hands illegally.
Number 86, 10 yards.
Offensive pass interference, Brian Brennan.
4-man rush. Kosar in trouble. He gets away, but not very far. He ends up being dumped behind the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was down, but he managed to get a couple of yards back. Chip Banks was there with the pressure. Lee Williams was there to seal him off. Nice lazy high spiral. James waiting at the 34. Got a hole. Still on his feet and pulled down at the 46-yard line.
And the punter had to make the tackle.
Well, let's see what Fouts elects to do from the 46 in Cleveland territory. Plenty of time. He's going deep. He's got the man. Oh, in and out of the arms of Anderson. Anderson wanted the penalty call. Hanford Dixon was there battling him with terrific man-to-man coverage, but he didn't get the penalty marker.
He's just not as fast as those two guys.
Fouts will try again. Fires and completes the pass in the middle of the field at the 34-yard line, and that's putting him down there in field goal range. Well, see the time. Fouts has thrown for 95 yards and 1 touchdown. A lot of time. Breaking is Chandler, can't get there. 3 defenders at about the 3-yard line. Minifield was the basic man there. As you see Fouts pick himself back up. Kansas City impressively last week.
Kellen Winslow is an important receiver in this play.
Fouts deep again. Anderson, no opportunity to get to it in the end zone.
And he had Frank Minifield beat. Fouts just put too much on it. He did a bit more time because they know they got to get a little oomph into it. His longest attempt has been 44 yards, and it's a bad snap.
Got the direction, but it's going to be well short. It was about 8 to 10 yards short. And remember, they had a kicker here by name of Bernershka that a lot of people in this stadium still remember well. And Rolf lost his job this year. And Vince Abbott, although there was a high snap there, had a little difficulty, and he really didn't come close on that 51-yard attempt. Kosar with a 41-yard touchdown pass to Brennan. A couple of big surprises. San Diego's ability to run the football. And, of course, also the fact that Cleveland had 2 touchdowns negated by penalty. And we'll take a look at numbers here in this first half.
Well, as we said earlier, the rushing yardage by the Chargers is very surprising, and both teams really haven't made the big plays to get a lot of yardage. Brennan was one big play, but I look for the second half right now from the get the ball to Gary Anderson and Lionel James.
First down from the 22. San Diego with Fouts looking right into the sun. Dumps it out to Anderson, just as you expected, and out to the 26-yard line very quickly. Pick up for 4 or 5 yards. Third down and 5 for San Diego. Fouts against a 5-man rush. Dumps it out once again. James, and this is where he's dangerous. Look out. The little train is on the track. 47 yards to the 35-yard line.
First play to Anderson, second play to James.
And squaring off here, and this is a big one for both of these clubs. Oh, Fouts goes down. He stumbled. Nobody hit him. Now there's a penalty marker that comes in late.
It's going to go against Cleveland. He was on the ground, and they should have never piled on. Fouts was tripped over his center or his right guard.
Off-spoken man on the sidelines, peering on, waiting also from this side.
Offense. Holding. Decline. Third down.
Don Masick, the center, was holding.
Four-man rush. Fouts setting up. Now under pressure, and he's down at the 44-yard line.
And the 7 defensive backs did it. The rush was good, but the coverage was better.
Second and 9. Got movement in the line. Penalty markers are down, and Mack carries it out to about the 27-yard line. Backs behind Bernie Kosar. Mack trying to plow off the left side. Ball's loose at the 29-yard line. I believe San Diego has it. Chip Banks, who had an interception in the first series of the ball game, may have just covered the fumble.
With outstanding athleticism.
Holohan was the man in motion, a tight end. Protection for Fouts right over the middle. In traffic, picked off. Pulled down is Hanford Dixon, and that's the first time in 4 games that the Chargers have been intercepted. Trade in turnovers. From the 23. Kosar pressured. This time he's on the inside, and Mack puts his head down, and he's out to the 36-yard line. He has a first down on a 12-yard pickup. Horn in motion. Mack the lone setback. Kosar flips it out here. Nice grab. Pulled down by Ernest Biner at the 43-44-yard line.
That tells you a little something about a running back making a catch like that.
3-yard line. Biner in motion. Movement and a penalty marker. On the ground, Mack gets close to midfield at the 49-yard line. Mike Charles was in the middle there as the nose tackle. May have made that jump.
Mike Charles jumped offside.
He found center for Cleveland. A couple of guys who figured prominently in the NFL arm wrestling championships year after year. Kosar completes this one outside to Slaughter. Slaughter trying to find some running room into San Diego territory, and there's a late hit apparently over there with the flag coming down at the 44.
25, face mask, 5 yards.
Well, they say Vincent.
By Dan Fouts, Hanford Dixon.
Here's Biner. Gets the block. Churning to the 32-yard line. Dan Fike pulled out there that time along with Ozzie Newsome, trying to provide some blocking coverage. Today he's well over 200 yards passing, trying to direct his ball club into the lead right now as he goes on the ground once again. And it's Biner. No, it's Mack this time. Kevin Mack inside the 30 to the 28-yard line with Billy Ray Smith and Bensie Glenn on the tackle. Brian Sipe is at this ball game today, I believe, and we hear that he was in attendance. Sam,
he's here with Jerry Shirk, who is probably one of the best defensive tackles that ever played for the Cleveland Browns. You know, San Diego is Brian Sipe's hometown. There he is, right in the middle with the plaid shirt, looking up, and Jerry Shirk is to his left with the Browns hat on.
Second and 10. Kosar taking a long count. Dumps it out to Mack, who turned the wrong way. The pressure was there, and Kosar went down hard.
The pressure came from Chip Banks on Paul Farron, the left tackle.
Taking a look. Big play coming up for the Browns, and here comes the 4-man rush. He has to hurry. Penalty markers are down. Going for the end zone. Juggled and no good. Ball at the 28. Field goal attempt now by Jeff Jager. This would be 46 yards out of the grasp of Jeff Gossett. Kick partially blocked. Somebody got a hand on it. And the San Diego special teams and defense is dug in to do the job. There's a penalty marker down, however, on the far side of the field. So
3 penalties, 3 or 4 penalties on this drive that have killed him. Now we're going to take a look at a score that could have been 14-14, and it looks like Cleveland's going to get a chance. Take a look at it right now. It's a bad snap. There's the key right there. Elvis Patterson reaches out and gets a piece of it.
Stretched fully out. Elvis got a shot, so now this one on the way. It is good. We weren't sure. It was hooking toward the left upright, and it was close, but you saw the indication. The tie is broken, and the Browns are now on top by 3. With 5:02 to play third quarter in San Diego as the Chargers go to work. And it's James out of the backfield, loses the football, and I think Cleveland's got it.
Yep, they do.
Turnover at the 20, and the Browns are there with the football. See how Kosar attempts to capitalize from the 21-yard line now. First down. Flips it out here. Biner has it inside the 15 and is out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Gil Bird with coverage.
He was 2 notches down.
Yeah,
what a 12th round pick he was.
He has paid off handsomely. And here he is with the football once again and with some room inside the 10 before he's dragged down close to the 9-yard line. Billy Ray Smith has had an active afternoon, getting some help from Elvis Patterson.
Tim Manoa, the rookie, 42 from Penn State, is in the game.
He has the football, and he's down at the 2-yard line. The man who did the blocking for DJ Dozier at Penn State gets his first carry. He was in on the preceding play, but he was used as a blocking back when Kozar went to the air trying to hook up with Slaughter to pad the lead. Second man through. Biner has the touchdown for Cleveland. Manoa led the way. Biner was there for the score from 2 yards out. And suddenly it's a 23-14 ball game. Right now, Cleveland stretches it to 24-14 on the San Diego mistakes.
On the sideline, drinks a couple of Gatorades. Going deep.
Blitz. He picked it up, and Fouts completes the pass at the 29-yard line to James.
I tell you, he had Gary Anderson wide open
For the Chargers. A lone setback behind Fouts. Adams with the football. Turns his way for the first down easily out to about the 34-yard line before Hairston could wrap him up. Game from what we saw early, their effectiveness. Fouts looking right into the sun, fires into the shadows. Winslow trying to break a tackle, gets out to the 44-yard line, but gamely hanging on over there was Hanford Dixon. We also wanted to mention we had one quick shot of number 54, Mike Junkin of the Browns. We mentioned that they were checking and x-raying his wrist.
Chip Banks on the sideline.
Fouts rolling back, has some time, sets up the little screen on the far side. Losing the football at the 45-yard line was Winslow, but I believe he was down.
They call it dead. And I'll tell you what, Frank Minifield made a great tackle because he'd have gotten another 10 or 15 yards.
Kowalski reach out with that arm and Frank Minifield down after he picked up the football. James shakes off one man in heavy traffic, pulled down at about the 41 or 2-yard line over on the far side.
Take a look at the replay as we look at Chandler's one-on-one with Frank Minifield. Frank Minifield gives Chandler a lot of room, knocks him out of bounds, but not before he gets a first down on the Cleveland 26-yard line.
Wes Chandler been doing it for a lot of years. Tight ends, you see Holohan in motion for San Diego. The pitch goes outside to Adams. Shakes off Camp, gets down to the 22-yard line, and that's it. Our see if Fouts can come up with a big one now. Second down from the 21. The pitch out is going to Anderson. Gets a great block. Hit hard at the 13-yard line by Felix Wright. And if he tight ends, San Diego threatening, got the first down inside the 15. Trailing by 10. Adams inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. And the Chargers on the move. Second down and 4. There's a little razzle-dazzle on that option, and this time nothing there. Penalty marker, however, is down.
Place number 43, 10 yards, still second down.
He made it a field goal.
James in motion. 4-man Cleveland rush. Fouts with a lot of time. Completes it to Winslow. Pulls it in at the 15-yard line. So they got some of it back. Mike Junkin there defensively for the Browns.
Well, you saw an athletic move by Winslow. He made an outstanding catch, made it look easy.
Looking for the end zone. There's Chandler. Stretches and can't get there. Fouts may have let him just a little bit long. 2-yard field goal attempt from Vince Abbott. Oh, maybe off to the left. It's no good. They had problems earlier on a high snap. Moshenko tried to pull down when Abbott tried a long one, but this time he hooked it to the left. It was not good, and the Chargers misfire. They needed it badly. Lead now with 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go. The Browns with the football from their own 39-yard line. Newsom takes a couple of steps of motion. With play action fake from Kozar. Brennan has it knocked away from his grasp. Good defensive effort on the part of Elvis Patterson as Bernie behind Kozar. Everybody else split out now in this obvious passing situation. 4-man rush once again. Kozar, no opportunity to throw it. Joe Phillips, who came in off the replacement team along with pressure from Chip Banks, who circled in from the outside, and they squeezed Bernie down.
And with a medium to short passing game, they got to get the ball upfield. They got to score in this drive. They don't score in this drive, they're going to make it very difficult for themselves.
James, look at this off the punt. That's a lateral. Throws the ball out here free. Bounced out of bounds over at the 25-yard line. And as our score, and time becoming very much a factor at just over 9 minutes as Fouts sets up now. Has to dump it off, and it's Spencer out across the 30 to the 32-yard line.
At the wrong time because they both resulted in touchdowns.
Fouts with time. Wide open over the middle is Chandler at midfield. Down at the 46-yard line in Cleveland territory. Felix Wright with the tackle.
Got to get his offense going right now.
Chargers with the football, but trailing by 10. Here comes the blitz up the middle. Fouts fires, completes the pass. James shakes loose. Penalty marker down, however, as he is pulled down at the 21-yard line.
I think he's going to call the penalty on the back that was covering James.
Pass interference, number 26. 10 yards, still second down.
He must have pushed off on Minifield, but you're right, Gary.
Territory as they have James in motion. Four-man rush. James has the ball at midfield. Still fighting for room and gets back to about the 43-yard line.
Hey, what he did, he made it a 3rd down and 8, and this is a situation where they're going to have to go for it for 2 downs. And
James being attended to on the near sideline. That's where we got that quick look as Fouts throws on 3rd down, completes the pass. Anderson at the 35 has got the first down to the 30-yard line. Minifield with a tackle. They pick up 14.
get a field goal.
James is back in the lineup on the field. The pass is completed to the tight end, Bernstein. Bernstein's 3rd reception of the afternoon, and he had one for a touchdown, of course, early. Well, we've seen both James and Anderson come up with some nice efforts after getting the ball. This time, Fouts elects to go deep. He's got James. Touchdown!
I tell you, it wasn't a great pass. Lionel James made a tremendous adjustment on the ball. Take a look at Fouts right now.
5:08 to go. It could be real interesting coming down the stretch in San Diego. Kozar on the roll. He's in trouble. And down he goes at the 13-yard line. And listen to the reaction now in San Diego.
It means now they got a punt out of their end zone, and they're going to get good field position, and the score is only 24-21.
No pressure, gets off the kick, and it's not a good one. It hits at the 45-yard line, the 46 in Cleveland territory. Only 32 yards from Gossett on that punt. And now the Chargers have the opportunity with 3 minutes and 23 seconds to go to either get back in the lead or to tie it up. Fouts rallied them a few moments ago with a touchdown pass. Here comes the blitz. He unloads and completes the pass. He had pressure right in his face, and he found Holohan at the 33-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup, and there was a delayed blitz with one of the defensive backs that got to Fouts just as he let go.
Now, this is where they feel the pressure. They know they got to make the kick to get this thing into overtime. Otherwise, it's over.
Curtis Adams, the lone setback. Chandler split wide near side. James split wide left side. Cleveland trying to dig in. Adams has some room. He's inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
What they want to do now, Gary, is eat the clock up.
Well, they're trying to answer that question right now. Fouts completes the pass inside the 10-yard line. Clay Matthews pulling down the rookie, Rod Bernstein.
Cleveland should call a timeout now because San Diego is going to let it go to 2 minutes.
Also, of course, the clock at 2:14 to go. Here we go. Just outside the 6 on the ground. Adams takes it to about the 3-yard line. And they get closer as we count down toward the 2-minute mark. Dave
on a linebacker. Winslow is on a linebacker by himself.
There's the loft. Winslow in the air. Can't hang on.
That was to Holohan inside, but Winslow had number 53 on him, and I thought he was going to go to him. 53 is Anthony Griggs, because they got one timeout left for their field goal, but they got 1 minute and 50 seconds, providing Abbott kicks this.
There it is. He missed his first 2 attempts today, but no problems on this one. Abbott hits from 20 yards, and we have ourselves a 24-24 ball game as San Diego has rallied from 10 down to tie it up. San Diego tie contest. Minute 41 to go. Kozar Over the middle, completes the pass at the 29-yard line, and pulling it down with Brian Brennan.
They got to hustle. They got to hustle. They got to hustle. Go to the line of scrimmage because that time's running out. That Abbott had a few minutes ago.
Kozar again down the middle and a fine grab. This one is pulled down by Weathers. Clarence Weathers. It's his first reception of the day. This one good for 15 yards. McNeil is in the ballgame as a wide receiver to the right. Kozar looking to the right. Has to throw this one, and it's complete. I thought for a moment he was trying to throw it away, but it's complete at the 41-yard line. And pulling it in over there on the far side was Reggie Langhorne for 13 yards. At the University of Washington. Second down and 10 for Bernie Kozar.
You don't want to take a sack. Looks like they're coming. Looks like they're coming. You don't want to take a sack, Bernie. Don't take the sack.
He's down. And now they'll have to take that last time out. Vincey Glenn came firing through there.
The sack stops the clock.
26 seconds to go. Kozar on the move. Fires on the run, in and out of the arms of Langhorne at the 20-yard line. In overtime in San Diego. To the credit of Fouts and company, they were 10 down at 24-14, and they came roaring back in the last 6 minutes of the ball game to get even.
Talking about right now some of the things he can do.
Here we go. Indication that Cleveland won it.
Heads, I told you.
Well, no further commentary. We thought Silva might make it official, but the reaction clearly indicated that the Browns are going to have the football. Holding the Browns in this overtime thriller. Hand off to Mack. Head down, burying his way across the 35 to about the 36. Will be a little short of the first down. Thomas Benson there with the tackle, but they're going to be close. Slaughter on the far side. Kozar with time, flips it on third down, and it's intercepted. Vincey Glenn with the football for the Chargers. Still on his feet. He's in field goal range as he's down at the 25-yard line, and a penalty marker is thrown.
First down, 5 yards. First down.
Face mask infraction will add 5 more to the total, so the ball is going to be spotted at the 20. Chargers ready to go to work. Just inside the 19-yard line. Now the handoff goes to Adams, straight ahead, nothing fancy, trying to get close to the 15.
Coach, I think they're going to kick the field goal. I think they're keeping
There
the
he
ball
comes.
right in the middle
Ready
of
to
the
do
field.
it right
And
now.
they're gonna do it
For a 33-yard field goal attempt. Here it is. It is good. And in overtime, the San Diego Chargers have come from behind. They have won it, capitalizing on the turnover of the pass interception. 33 yards. It wasn't a thing of beauty. It was a line driver, but it got the job done.
That kick had a low trajectory, and look, it went over like a punt.
Time for our Most Valuable Player Award, sponsored by Budweiser. Today's MVP, Dan Fouts from San Diego, with more than 300 yards passing, 2 touchdown passes. Budweiser will make a contribution to the United Way on behalf of all the MVPs selected in today's games. So the Chargers go 6-1. Cleveland is 4-3. It's 27-24 in overtime. The final score at Jack Murphy Stadium in San Diego.